Aren't you the rich?
No! Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich, the unnecessarily
You have to clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh.
You gotta say the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
Don't look at the price. Don't look at the price. But guys, they are works of art. Let's be so for real.
From being one of the most beloved streamers in the world to getting ridiculed online for her absurd takes, Pokimane's downfall didn't happen overnight. It wasn't one scandal, it wasn't one clip, it was a slow erosion of trust that took years to fully surface. For a long time, Pokimane was untouchable. She wasn't just popular, she was protected, seen as wholesome, relatable, and different from the usual chaos of Twitch. To many viewers, she represented the good side of streaming. The biggest female streamer on the platform, who supposedly made it without controversy. But that image wasn't as solid as people thought. The first real crack appeared back in 2019, when Pokimane began filing copyright claims on videos that featured her. Not full re-uploads, not stolen streams. Sometimes it was just screenshots, short clips, or commentary videos discussing things she had already said publicly. That immediately raised eyebrows, because Pokimane's own content relied heavily on reacting to other people's videos while chatting with her viewers. So when she copyright struck YouTuber BoBlacks's video, which was simply a recap of her views on Keemstar, the internet didn't just notice, it exploded. This wasn't some random channel farming clips, it was commentary, and suddenly one of the most powerful creators on Twitch was using copyright tools against criticism. That's when PewDiePie stepped in. In his video titled "Stop Doing This," he mentioned Pokimane by name.
So basically this Twitter drama became an even bigger drama thanks to the YouTube algorithm. So in a way, I can understand why you want to take down this video, because this selected thing blows up and becomes even bigger.
And while he said he understood why creators might feel frustrated seeing their content discussed, he made one thing very clear.
Is that you're just drawing more attention to it. It's the Streisand effect every single time. The more you try and hide something, the more people are gonna find out about it.
She didn't get a free pass. He explained why abusing copyright tools is dangerous.
All these people that I brought up today have examples of using other people's content for their own content. They could all get copyright striked just the same way they copyright strike other people or claim their videos.
Especially when it comes from someone with massive influence. He also pointed out the hypocrisy. You can't build a career reacting to others, then turn around and say people aren't allowed to react to you. As more people watched that video, something shifted. Pokimane's wholesome image didn't shatter, but it cracked. For the first time, fans questioned whether she actually practiced what she preached. But then something rare happened. Right when the backlash peaked, Pokimane did what most creators never do. She listened.
PewDiePie actually hit the nail right on the head.
So in a way, I can understand why you want to take down this video.
But again, PewDiePie was in the right by saying,
But the problem here is that you're just drawing more attention to it.
trying to hide all that drama only ended up bringing more attention to it. Again, in the moment, I was just doing that because I thought it was something that would calm down all the drama.
She responded publicly. She admitted she was wrong. She apologized. She stepped back instead of doubling down.
Although I was legally within my right to take down the video, morally and as a content creator, it wasn't something that I should have done because, I mean, at the end of the day, those were tweets that me and Keem made publicly and videos that we made publicly. So I totally apologize for that.
And for once, the internet respected it. It felt like a lesson learned, but that feeling didn't last long, because in 2020, another video reignited the criticism. This time, it wasn't about copyright, it was about her audience. YouTuber It's a Gundam uploaded a video titled "Simp Willingly Goes Homeless for Pokimane," and instead of attacking Pokimane directly, he focused on her fanbase. In the video, Gundam shared a private conversation between two fans. One of them admitted he had donated over $1,000 to Pokimane while being 4 months behind on rent. That moment shocked a lot of people. Gundam used it to criticize what he saw as extreme parasocial behavior. He argued that some fans had become so obsessed that they believed donating money might somehow give them a chance to date Pokimane. On top of that, he mocked her content style. He claimed most of her streams were low-effort reaction content, copying trends like Fortnite dances while still pulling millions of views. Pokimane did not take that lightly. She responded on stream, visibly upset. But instead of addressing the parasocial behavior or the concerns being raised, she went in a completely different direction. She called out the sponsor of the video.
To be fair, I actually can't believe anyone would sponsor these shenanigans.
And that's when everything changed. For many viewers, this crossed a serious line. A massive streamer using her platform to publicly pressure a sponsor felt wrong. Thousands of Pokimane's fans flooded It's a Gundam's content with negative comments, harassment, and dislikes. Ironically, it almost perfectly proved his point. What bothered people most wasn't that she disagreed with him, it was that she didn't engage with the criticism at all. She didn't address the unhealthy fan behavior. She tried to shut the conversation down. When viewers called her out, she doubled down. She argued that content spreading lies, misinformation, and insults shouldn't be sponsored. But to many people watching, it felt like a powerful creator punching down. This was the moment when a new narrative started forming: privilege. People weren't just criticizing her actions anymore. They were questioning how much power she had and how she chose to use it. For the first time, Pokimane didn't feel like the underdog. She felt like the establishment, and the more she tried to defend herself, the worse it looked. Because the issue was never one video, it was the pattern. A pattern of responding to criticism by shutting it down instead of addressing it. A pattern of using influence when things didn't go her way. And unfortunately for her, this was only the beginning. Because later that same year, something happened that would permanently change how people viewed her relationship with Twitch itself. By the time the It's a Gundam situation cooled down, something important had already changed. Even fans who still liked Pokimane were starting to feel uneasy. Not because of one mistake, but because of how she handled criticism. People weren't angry that she was being called out. They were uncomfortable with how much power she had and how quickly she used it when things turned against her. And then came the moment that pushed that feeling into the mainstream. During one of Pokimane's live streams in 2020, she accidentally opened a browser tab that briefly showed a scene from an adult film.
Wait, we saw this, right?
The moment lasted less than a second. Most people wouldn't have even noticed it. But Twitch chat notices everything. Clips were created instantly. The moment spread across social media within minutes. What should have been a forgettable accident turned into trending content overnight. Pokimane acted quickly. She took the stream down and explained it was a mistake. But then came the real controversy. Twitch didn't ban her, they didn't suspend her, and they didn't even pause her channel. Pokimane later tweeted that she only received a warning. For a lot of people, this confirmed what they had been saying for years. Twitch had double standards. Smaller creators had been banned for far less. Yet Pokimane walked away without real consequences. When she joked that at least it made for a good meme, critics weren't laughing. To them, this wasn't about the tab, it was about protection. And just like that, a new label stuck to her name: privileged. Even fans who once defended her no matter what started to feel disconnected, not because of what she did, but because of how it was handled. Pokimane no longer felt like a regular streamer who made mistakes, she felt untouchable. But 2020 still wasn't done with her, because that's when Leafy entered the picture. Leafy had been quietly watching Pokimane's controversies pile up, and after the It's a Gundam drama and the Twitch incident, he finally went all in. He uploaded multiple videos criticizing her content, her influence, and her role on the platform. He claimed Pokimane added nothing original to the content space, that her streams were mostly low-effort reaction content, and that she benefited from a system that treated her differently. Then came the claim that changed everything. Leafy accused Pokimane of hiding a boyfriend from her audience. There was no evidence, none at all, but that didn't matter. The internet ran with it. The hashtag Pokimane boyfriend spread everywhere. And surprisingly, the loudest reactions didn't come from haters. They came from her own fans. Some felt betrayed, others felt embarrassed. Many realized for the first time how much emotional investment they had placed into someone they didn't actually know. Pokimane never promised she was single. She never claimed fans had a chance with her, but she also hadn't drawn a clear boundary either. That parasocial illusion shattered fast. Pokimane tried to joke it off. She posted a picture of herself next to a cardboard cutout of Barack Obama, labeling him as her boyfriend. But the situation had already spiraled beyond jokes. Leafy was eventually banned from YouTube for harassment, but the controversy didn't disappear with him. Pokimane announced she would step away from streaming for a month to focus on her mental health. Instead of calming things down, the timing made it worse. Fans wanted answers. They wanted clarity. And it felt like she was walking away right when the pressure peaked. Her break quickly turned into a nightmare. 2 weeks into her 4-week vacation, Pokimane returned with an apology video.
I planned a vacation for around this time, but I honestly should not have taken any time off prior to acknowledging or addressing or apologizing for these things.
In it, she admitted she made a mistake by leaving before addressing the situation. She acknowledged the It's a Gundam controversy again, and admitted she should never have gone after his sponsors.
I'm very, very sorry, and I'll make sure that in the future, if I am to comment on any part of a video, it's just its actual contents, not the sponsors, and also not to encourage my community or my viewers to leave any sort of negative feedback.
For the first time, she addressed the boyfriend rumors seriously. She explained that she wanted a firm boundary between her personal life and her career, that she didn't owe viewers access to her relationships, and that parasocial expectations had gone too far. The apology helped, at least on the surface. For a while, things seemed calmer. The drama faded, Pokimane kept streaming, clips stopped trending, the internet moved on. But something fundamental had changed. Even when things were quiet, the trust wasn't fully back. Fans had learned something uncomfortable. Pokimane wasn't just a streamer reacting to videos in her bedroom. She was a brand, she had influence, and she knew how to use it. And that realization stayed in the background for years, waiting. Because in 2023, Pokimane would launch something meant to bring her closer to her fans. And instead, it would become the most damaging controversy of her career. By 2023, Pokimane had survived more drama than most creators ever face. Copyright issues, parasocial backlash, double standard accusations, and somehow, she was still standing. So when she announced her own brand of healthy cookies, it was supposed to be a win, a way to connect with fans beyond streaming. A passion project, something positive. Instead, it became the moment everything flipped. The brand was called Minor Snacks. On paper, it sounded harmless. Health-focused cookies, clean ingredients, a creator-led business. Then people saw the price, $28 for 4 cookies. Fans were already uncomfortable, but things escalated fast when people started digging. Viewers noticed that Minor Snacks shared a manufacturer with another cookie brand. The ingredients looked similar. The product looked similar. And suddenly, the internet started asking an ugly question. Was Pokimane just buying cheaper cookies and reselling them at triple the price? Pokimane jumped in to defend herself. She said Minor Snacks was a passion project she'd been working on for 2 years. She said the pricing reflected quality, sourcing, and production. But the backlash didn't stop, and then she said something that would haunt her. Looking directly into the camera, she responded to people complaining about the price by essentially telling them that if they couldn't afford it, the product wasn't for them.
When people are like, oh my god, $28 for cookies? It's 4 bags. That's $7 a bag. I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
That sentence changed everything. For a lot of fans, this was the breaking point. They watched someone who built her career on relatability talk down to the same audience that supported her from the start. The optics were brutal. Even Moist Critical called her out, saying she sounded out of touch and dismissive toward her own fans.
I don't know what would possess her to say something so rude and nasty to the audience she is trying to sell this product to. To directly shame the consumer that you want to buy into your product is a galaxy brain tactic. A strategy that I'm not sure the success rate of.
Public opinion flipped almost overnight. Pokimane issued an apology, claiming she was joking and didn't mean it that way, but fans had seen this pattern before. Every controversy came with the same explanation. It was a joke. It was misunderstood. It wasn't that serious, and people were tired of it. Then came the XQC situation. Pokimane and XQC weren't best friends, but they had history. They played games together. They disagreed sometimes. It felt normal, respectful. That changed in 2023 when XQC announced his massive Kick deal. While most creators reacted with shock or congratulations, Pokimane downplayed it. She said Kick was just making Twitch money.
Keep doubting Kick, it's already taken over. Fire emoji. Respectfully, people that say stuff like this, you don't understand that Kick makes Twitch money. Like, Kick is using Twitch's services. And if Twitch really wanted, they could just stop giving these services to Kick. But right now, they're just sitting back like, thanks, I guess.
And Twitch could shut them down whenever they wanted. XQC didn't let that slide. He explained how Kick used Amazon's AWS servers, and how Amazon was far bigger than just Twitch.
Brother, Amazon isn't Twitch. When will people get this? In Amazon's view of the world, right? Amazon as a parent company, they're literally making money off of Kick and losing money on Twitch. It is not a flex to say that Amazon is making money off of Kick. That is like the most counter flex of all time.
He pointed out that what she was saying didn't make sense. Instead of clearing things up, Pokimane shifted the narrative. She said people were only calling her out because she was a woman, that the criticism wasn't about her words, but her gender.
No, and it's not because I got like $10 million. It's just because I'm good as I am. Why would I compromise my morals and ethics for more money when I have money? Something about that is so cringe to me personally. Like, I understand, you know, if you need to make money, for me to do cringe shit when I have I can't. Like, ew.
But things didn't calm down. When a chatter asked if she would move to Kick for $10 million, her response only added fuel to the fire. She said it was about principles. But to many people watching, it sounded less like principles and more like jealousy. Her tone didn't help. XQC fired back, calling out her double standards. He mentioned how she took the moral high ground on Kick, yet never said anything about Amazon's own connections to gambling platforms.
Or we could talk about her other close friends that took stake deals that gambled on a daily, which ended up using more of their audience than I did for Gamba, and actually had more stream hours on the sites than I did. What about those? Oh, okay. Those aren't morally and ethically bankrupt.
The friendship quietly collapsed, and soon after, Pokimane shocked fans again by stepping away from her exclusive contract with Twitch. At first, people assumed it was just business, exploring other platforms, diversifying content. But on her podcast, she revealed the real reason. She blamed Twitch culture, specifically what she described as the rise of manosphere and red pill content. She accused large male creators of normalizing misogyny and toxic masculinity on the platform. It was a strong statement, but a lot of people didn't buy it. They remembered how Twitch protected her, how she avoided bans others received, how the platform bent rules for her again and again. To many, it felt like rewriting history. Some believed the truth was simpler. The meta had changed. Sitting and reacting to videos with a bowl of food wasn't pulling the same views anymore. A new generation of streamers had taken over. Even Asmongold pointed out that her explanation didn't add up.
Like, how are you gonna say this shit and then go to YouTube? Like, are you kidding me? You're gonna go and say this about Twitch and then go to YouTube?
If red pill content was the issue, then YouTube was an even bigger hub for it. Then came 2025. Pokimane went live from Paris with other creators, designer clothes, yacht, luxury setting. During the stream, she started talking about hating the rich.
The wealth disparity is getting bad.
The wage gap, I hate that shit.
No, wealth disparity.
Wealth disparity.
Wage gap is like between men and women. Men and women, we love each other.
Facts.
And we hate the rich.
Even the streamer next to her paused and asked the obvious question. Isn't she rich herself?
Aren't you the rich?
No! Like the ultra rich, the ultra giga rich.
Instead of reading the room, Pokimane doubled down.
The
You have to
unnecessarily
clarify.
rich.
They're gonna clip that and it's gonna make you look bad.
Oh.
You
the
gotta
ultra
say
giga
the billionaires.
The billionaires.
Because you are rich.
The Bezos.
The clip went viral instantly. A millionaire streaming from Paris, surrounded by luxury, telling ordinary people to hate the rich. The irony was impossible to ignore. Around the same time, another clip surfaced, showing her casually spending hundreds of dollars on designer mugs.
Don't look at the price. Don't look at the price. But guys, they are works of art. Let's be so for real.
By now, credibility was gone. People weren't listening to her opinions anymore. They were analyzing them. And the final straw came during the Diddy trial in July 2025. When the jury delivered a verdict that shocked many, Pokimane tweeted, "Believe the victims." But fans immediately called her out, reminding everyone that she had previously mocked Amber Heard during her trial with Johnny Depp. Once again, the message felt selective, like believing victims only mattered when it fit the moment. She apologized again, but this time, even the apology felt hollow. Fans demanded she apologize directly to Amber Heard, and others took things even further, flooding her replies with sarcastic fake victim claims to make a point. Anyone can claim moral high ground online. Without accountability, it means nothing. And that's where Pokimane's story really ends. Not with one massive scandal, but with a long trail of moments where her real personality kept slipping through. Moments where power replaced relatability, where influence replaced accountability. No matter how hard she tries to move forward, the past keeps catching up. Because the internet never forgets. and audiences eventually stopped pretending. So what do you think? Was Pokimane unfairly targeted, or did years of unchecked influence finally catch up to her? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you want more deep dives into influencer power, internet fame, and the moments that quietly change online culture, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and stay locked into Influence Circuit. Because the stories behind the algorithms are always more interesting than the numbers on the screen.